Welcome to New Orleans, one of the most vibrant, storied, and soulful cities in America. From its music and food to its architecture and culture, New Orleans has a way of captivating everyone who visits. In this video, we'll explore a little slice of the city, starting on Bourbon Street, stopping for the famous beignets at Café du Monde, and then finishing the day with dinner at Cochon. Our visit begins on Bourbon Street, the beating heart of the French Quarter and one of the most famous streets in the world. By day, the street is alive with shops, historic buildings, and the echoes of jazz spilling from the open doors. But by night, it transforms into a glowing stretch of neon lights, music, and people from all walks of life coming together to celebrate. Bourbon Street dates back to 1718, when New Orleans itself was founded by the French. Named after the French royal family, Rue Bourbon became one of the original streets in the French Quarter. Over the centuries, it's seen everything, from colonial life under French and Spanish rule, to blending of cultures that gave rise to the Creole cuisine, jazz, and the city's famous celebrations. Today, Bourbon Street is known for its music and nightlife, but its history runs deep. Many of the buildings you pass were built in the 18th and 19th centuries, with their iconic balconies draped in ironwork. These balconies became the symbol of New Orleans architecture and remain one of the city's most photographed features. Every step down Bourbon Street feels like walking through layers of history, alive, noisy, colorful, and ever-changing. This street also played a central role in the rise of jazz, the genre most closely tied to New Orleans. Early musicians like Jelly Roll Morton and bands that marched through the French Quarter helped lay the foundations for a sound that would spread worldwide. Even today, you'll hear brass bands spilling into the sidewalks, carrying on the tradition that was born more than a century ago. Of course, Bourbon Street is also tied to Mardi Gras, the festival that has defined New Orleans for generations. During the season, floats, parades, and revealers fill these blocks with energy unlike anywhere else in the country. The colors, the costumes, and the celebrations are more than just a party. They're an expression of centuries of tradition that blend French Catholic customs with local Creole culture. No trip to New Orleans is complete without a stop at Café du Monde. Established in 1862, this open-air cafe has become a true city institution. Their menu is famously simple, just chicory coffee and beignets, fried squares of dough topped with a mountain of powdered sugar. These little pieces of dough heaven are nothing short of iconic. Our beignets arrived piping hot, straight from the fryer, with a mountain of powdered sugar dusted generously on top. The first bite is crispy and golden on the outside, soft and pillowy on the inside. Simple, but absolutely perfect. One word is all you need to describe these: incredible. From there, we made our way over to an overlook to see the Mississippi River. It's the lifeblood of New Orleans. For centuries, this river has been the gateway to trade, culture, and commerce in the South. It's what made New Orleans such an important port city, connecting the Gulf of Mexico to the heart of America. And what makes this even more fascinating is the geography itself. Much of New Orleans sits at or below sea level, nestled between the river and Lake Pontchartrain. That means in certain spots, the Mississippi River actually flows higher than the streets beside it. And this is all thanks to its incredible levee system. It's a reminder of how the city has always had to balance its beauty and vibrancy with the challenges of its environment. To wrap up our evening here in New Orleans, we made our way to Cochon, a restaurant that's all about honoring Louisiana's culinary traditions with a modern twist. The atmosphere here feels rustic but elevated, with wood-fired ovens at the heart of the kitchen, turning out bold, smoky flavors. We started off with an appetizer you don't see every day, crispy fried alligator bites. Lightly seasoned and perfectly fried, they came glazed with a chili garlic mayonnaise that gave them just that right kick. It's one of those staple dishes that really remind you that you're in Louisiana. For the main course, I went with the catfish court bouillon, a classic Creole dish. The catfish was tender and simmered in a rich tomato-based sauce, served over a bed of popcorn rice that soaked up every bit of the flavor. Alongside it, I had what might be the best mac and cheese I have ever tasted. Creamy, cheesy, and baked with that golden crust on top that makes it impossible to stop eating. It was the perfect way to end the day. Comfort food with deep roots in Louisiana's history, made unforgettable in the heart of New Orleans. That wraps up this video filled with history, food, and a little bit of that unmistakable city magic that you'll find in New Orleans. Thanks for watching.